Okay, this is how we roll. Cartman, super fat chicken, and the other one, I think it's supposed to be warm tomorrow, but anyway, they go in here, but it's going to be cold tonight, so I'm closing them up. The water's okay, but the chickens that should be in here are... Hi guys. I know. What's up, Kurt? Yeah, these guys. Yeah, he's a big guy. So, big fatty, female, big fatty, and extra chicken. And boy, it's filthy. They need cleaning. But anyway, so button them up in there. Slide these things closed if they're not already for nighttime. Yeah. And yeah, I already did the cold door there. If it's warm, I'll let them run around in this little room. But this is their night safety thing. And these things are always fuckered. Always fuckered. So, yeah, stuff gets jammed in there. You know what up. Their little energizer for the fence is right there. Flashing green. If you need to shut it off, you'll want to, hit that button that's green. My ground stake is not a stake, it's just chain on the ground that the negative is attached to and positive clips to that. But, you can shut it off there. Oh, and this energizer shuts off the whole line. So, yeah, the whole outside part of everything is run from this battery pack, this Energizer solar charger thingy. And the shorter run from the basement looping around the spaceport, the pole building, equipment building, is this one. And because it doesn't have as much of a load on it, drain from weeds and stuff, boy, it'll knock you on your ass. And I will be closing this up. Check and see if there are any eggs and stuff. No eggs. Yeah, don't worry about the stuff. This is just like rain shelter because no one's living in it right now. It's probably not even necessary to close it at night, but whatever. Yeah, so everyone will be just like hanging out here, except for the ones, Cartman and Prissy and extra chicken down there, the fatties, and who are in jail now. And these guys, they're in a extended loop of this thing. Great, I'll probably have to shut off the Energizer to get Drakey here, the all black Drake going black with a green head. He doesn't need to go in. I've been calling this Hen Haven. It's where I put my my abused hens who've been plucked a little too plucked. Rhymes with plucked a little too vigorously. Mealworms I keep in this thing. I use it as bait to get them in there to get everyone to come inside. And she will. Rhode Island Red here. She'll cut a bitch. She is assertive. Okay, so yeah, here's a little duck door. I'm actually gonna close these things tonight because it's gonna be it's gonna be down at freezing, I believe, probably. I think tomorrow night it's supposed to be raining and in the 50s. So not as big a deal. We got Sunsettage. She's, hi, you like her jacket? This is armor for, oh, she's in here also because she's a self-plucker. She's been abused so much she's got Stockholm Syndrome or something and she plucks herself. She does too. But she will cut a bitch. So, well, if I were wearing my rubber gloves and stuff, I'd just grab the electric fence here and unstake it. Okay. Yeah, screw it. I think I'm just going to grab the rubber gloves. I mean, I'll be walking past the Energizer for the outer thing on the way to grab the gloves, but it's a pain to have to remember to do that, so I get my heavy rubber gloves. Yep, in the basement on the boot dryer. Lights, basement light, and actually all of the outdoors here. There. All of the outdoor lights. There. But if I turn that on, they don't want to go inside the barn. Hey, see they're following me because the ducks follow me because I give them mealworms. I should turn on the basement light so you can see what the fuck's going on. Here we go. This is a private video. Private video. A video for money. Alright. Basement light. Yeah. See all the shit hanging? Yeah. Smell Dan's couch? Yeah. Alright. Yeah, they want worms. I throw worms off the porch, and they all come in a line. All the ducks in a row. Look at that fat one there. She's a biggin'. She's a big girl. Oh, that's a big boy. Rasping. So that must be Gunter or Gladys. Yeah, don't name animals that... So I got my heavy rubber gloves, also warm and waterproof. Hi babies. So we got 6 guineas that run around in a pack. One of them might be, there. For some reason. Don't know why. But 6 that run around in a pack. And another one, that one, right there, that was raised by ducks. That one that's running off by itself. Yeah. It was hatched from a duck nest underneath ducks, so that guinea thinks it's a duck. So it doesn't hang with those guys. Let's get Drakey in here. See him standing there still? Right. Oh, and another one. Come on, Drakey. Glove up and have, rubber boots. And don't be kneeling on the ground and touch it with your bare hand. Whoa! Damn. Rhoda just got her ass kicked by a duck. Anyway. Probably much quieter. Come on, Drakey. Bedtime for Drakey. White. Where are my bitches at? Go. Go on. Bedtime for... Oh. Don't be a dick. You're trying to get in there. I know you are. Oh. Well, that's why mealworms and being patient. So that's definitely a drawback. So meantime, I'll grab... come on, follow mode, asshole. Let me see what I'm talking about. This bucket, because I need water for inside this area because no one gets out in the general population. Over here we have the communal drinking hole pool. I'll yell when I'm not close to the camera, I hope. Alright. I know, I'm scary. I've got this on trickle. And it'll be running when you get here, if I don't get back in time. So there's a this is a ball valve there, and this is where I wash out my buckets and junk. There's their buckets. In the morning, I drag the hose down there. But yeah, so I got to give them a fresh bucket, and I'll get a saucer from the trailer thingy. The old boat trailer, now flatbed. or these. So when they invariably spill water all over the fucking place, it doesn't, you know, make the floor as saturated. So by talking in between things, I'm not making it easy to make this a short video. Also way harder to do one-handed while carrying stuff, or to have to set up the camera, go use both hands on something, and then go get the camera. Slows you down a lot. Yeah. So yeah, I put it in there so it doesn't make as much of a saturated floor issue. Is Drakey in here yet? No. What a dick. So one thing I'll do is I'll take this flashlight, magnet on it, and stick it on the window frame. Light up the inside. So yeah. So they're like, hey, party's going on in there. I bet there's some worms, which I gotta refill. I'll reach. This is like my administrator pass through there. So by waiting to do this video so late, I'll end up editing it till like midnight. Pain in the ass. So you were right. When we first moved here, like, why do they have a freezer in the barn? He said, keep the feed in. And hell yeah, it does. Works great for feed. So yeah, I put the feed and junk in here, which you'll find more of. But yeah. A big bag of mealworms, and if you let them, the hens will come up and like rip it out of your hands. The Ziploc is at least half the time ripping off the surface, so then you have to clamp it shut. Alright. Yeah, and the ducks heard the worm bag. They know what up. We'll have a cute attack here. Up, 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 up. Hi, babies. So I don't know if you knew this, but the females quack and the males go whack, whack, whack. They rasp. Oh, look out, killer! Oh shit! So I'll add a bunch more pellets to this feeder once I get Drakey in here. Hopefully, Drakey. White. I might need to use persuasion. Okay, persuasion. I block this door open with that strut. I'll just leave it closed tomorrow. Get a lightsaber. Go on. Bedtime for Drakey. Alright. Hilarity ensues. Go on. Bedtime for Drakey. Being such a dick. Alright, fuck it. Well, we'll wait, or he'll wait. Okay. Most stuff's already washed, but there'll be bucket duty and straw. So I expect it to be wet as all hell, and I think there'll be rain tomorrow, and depending on what direction the wind is blowing, that door with the prevailing wind will be shut already. But yeah, it didn't dry out at all in here really, so I gotta spread straw. If you care to, there's a respirator in here. Fuck! Respirator. These are the old VOC masks from the instrument building days. They're like macro thinner. I put this shit here. I cut this stuff up so that there's not long strands that are going to choke anyone out if it gets tangled. But I throw it in the trash too. So, whatever. Safety precautions and all that crap. Excessive use of safety and tools. Totally optional. Yeah, I put it in that stinky trash can. And holy crap. So there were maggots in that trash can like a couple times in its life, so it smells fucking awful. So just make sure it gets closed back up. So heavy traffic areas where it's wet, by the door, and by whatever door was open if it was raining. You know, and under the chickens in the broaster, as we say, which is there. They most of them roost there overnight. Then there's some that go in here in the Tractor Supply coop here. But yeah, those guys. Like the cool kids like to hang out in the little coop. And these are my guys that were born this summer. So this motherfucker, he's cock of the run. He doesn't have any spurs left, but he will likely try to attack you. So there should be 6 guineas roosting in here tonight. They're not super graceful, so there'll be like 6. And then the one that thinks it's a duck will be hanging out, with the ducks and stuff. So grand total 7 guineas, tons of ducks, tons of chickens, and we also have chickens that go in the rafters. So let me finish spreading the straw. I'm just hitting the wet areas like by the door and there. And yeah, in here a little bit maybe. Check for eggs in places, like corners. That's okay. No one picks up the eggs, no big deal. So I'll have to refill this food tonight. And I'll be taking the foods off of here. In fact, I'll do it now. I keep those 2 foods up so that the geese don't eat all of the food. So that only chickens can get up here. If I don't use these saucers, it'll be just food pellets all over the place. I put them upside down so they don't fill up with poop from birds overhead tonight. So, let's see if Drakey is back where he's supposed to be. Come on, Drakey. I'm going to trick him into running in. Not like it matters. Drakey can go in the fucking barn for all I care tomorrow if he doesn't behave, If he's not already hanging out with the ducks, because he'll let himself out through the, he's got balls, he'll, he'll let himself in. So we'll tempt him with some worms, hopefully. Come on, Drakey. All right. I actually spread an additional bale inside of here. I added some straw to the other coops as well, just because it's going to be really cold tonight, and try to make it a little drier for everybody. Hey, it's Drakey. He didn't look like he was going to go in the, look like he was going to spend the night in the barn, but he tends to get bullied a lot in the barn because, you know, he's smaller. The part that matters is just closing the doors to the barn, making sure everybody's inside. I rinse out that pool and stand it over there. Not like it matters, but it's going to freeze tonight. So I'm just going to keep this one trickling all night. But yeah, no big deal. Okay, Drakey. Bedtime for baby. Yep, live fence. Live fence. Okay. And I tricked him to going in there. I closed the trap door. Yay. Okay. So yeah, 2 chickens, 3 ducks. Well, 2 ducks, 1 drake. And slide that closed. So I think one of the reasons why he wasn't going in, is because I was talking to the camera, and they get all weirded out when I speak human. All right, so buckets, pain in the ass. Yeah. So we got 3 saucer locations. One kind of there. Another shallow one at the far end. This system has to change. I just keep on not getting around to it. And the third one goes by the faucet. Okay. Yeah, I try to make them relatively level. We're going to top them off. And then the buckets go in. Really, it's the ones that are freestanding. Anal retentive. Super annoying to do. Go to 2 gallon. Again, not really necessary. Put the smaller one there because they're much more likely to knock that one over in the middle. Put a big heavy one in this corner. Because, you know, the ducks will actually get in the buckets. And then the 3 flat back buckets. One of them has a rip in the end. I'm trying to put that one kind of close to a door, because you can't carry it by the handle. So I can just dump it out the side door in the morning. Oh, look out, babies. Video long enough yet? It is cold tonight. We'll be hitting, it's got to be a frost advisory. Okay, and then these ones, flat back ones that have working handles. I hang them over those nails and the edges. There's one by the door here, by this, you know, eastern door. And look out! And one kind of in the middle of this wall here. You'll be able to tell because it's a hole and wet. A wet hole. Yeah. So then I go get the hose. and so I don't cause chaos by dragging the hose across the room. You can sneak around the outside. So hose routing is a bitch. So there is a hose at the other end of the building, it's just not attached. And because it's likely to freeze up tonight, I don't feel like attaching it. So I'm just going to drag this across. And once it gets to be really freezing, I won't use the hoses much at all. And it's going to be all filling it, you know, at the faucet and carrying buckets. Numb fingers. See, this food's empty, I got to fill it up. And there's the food over there. No, this isn't a pain in the ass at all. Drag it out of the building. And I usually stretch it down here. But tonight, back into the pool to trickle all night. I'm not even going to bother rinsing that motherfucker. And so the Y splitter on this, I've got two different restrictors on these bubbler bulbs here. One's you know, some resistance, the other one's like a pinhole. Shut off the fast one. So it's just that much going all night. So, yeah. Use these spring clamps to, you know. Smash. Oy. Really fun one-handed. Toss the empty bag in the ultra stinky garbage can. Alright, and I'm pretty sure it's probably some eggs in the loft here. So let's do a climb. Yeah. What'd I say? Oh, not Americana. Regular browns. I can do this like that. Skills and eggs. Oh, just one. Huh. I'll often close this little door first so that they don't start streaming out the other end. Alright, checking the A-frame for eggs. Because they like to hang out in here, the clubhouse for antisocial ducks. Oh, come on. What the hell? So we're going to start to button up the building. Oop. Okay. So then there's this other room, a cat annex. Barn cats. We want to make sure barn cats' foods are all topped off, which they pretty much are. But if they aren't, the barn cat food is in this cooler. Thanks for the idea. Oh, and an egg. I think I saw her climb in there this morning. Oh, that's going to be a pain. So, the lights out here are all on the same switch that's just inside the door, the barn proper. And, yeah, all the latches are stupid. This one's just a block. So, there's a big gap at the bottom unless you use this plank, which goes a little something like this. There. And then, anyway, so yeah. So there's a block there, and this 2x6 or 8. This gets pinched between the door and the thing, and you know, watch these motherfuckers. Come on, asshole. Super not fun to do one-handed. with numb fingers. Oh, a little too tight. That light gets, you unplug here in the western thing, and be careful because it's a really awesome outlet. Don't get shocked. Yeah. And now it's out. These two lights are on a plug strip. Boom, like that. And, oh yeah, close this side door. And again, raining tomorrow, I bet. I probably won't even have it open. Longest procedural video ever. That's that. I've got the other one already closed, latched. And Agent Smith, the cat. So that one, and then this one, very similar way. Notches in there. And notches in there. And gets pinched by the door. Oh, and the switch for all the manger lights, as I call them, is here. Bing. Yeah, including the little room in the side and stuff, the cat room. All right, so slide this son of a bitch closed. I think I'm deciding right now to get back here super early so you don't have to do any of this. Okay, see these guys? Yeah. And the broaster. So we don't plug in any strings because a lot of these pans are heat bulbs that haven't been cleaned out from dust yet, so they'll catch on fire likely. So all we do is unplug the lights at night and turn off that string, that bunch, the light in there. I unplug this black one. But yeah, then it'll be dark in there. That's the one I often forget to unplug, and then it'll be like all partying all night and hungover in the morning. Oh, and usually I'd unplug the lights and stuff and turn off the lights after everybody's in. Certainly don't turn off the ceiling light until people are in, because they don't go in dark buildings. They've seen all the horror movies. Okay, bedtime for babies. Bedtime for babies. Same latching principle. Hi babies. You already got wet all over the place? Oh, and these ducks think that they're geese because they hatched underneath the gray goose. Check to see if the board is in the right place. At the bottom. Yeah. See how dirty the buckets already are and how wet it is? That's why we have bucket procedure. And there's the guinea that thinks it's a duck. And then I'll make sure I latched all the doors because I very often forget. I use my kick-ass flashlight. Still running. I think they're latched. Yeah. They hate the flashlights. Flips them out real bad. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. Collect my eggs. You don't have to collect any eggs. If no one collects them and the chickens eat them, so be it. So, shut it off. Make sure it's super dark in here, which it is. Have your flashlight ready. Don't shine the flashlight around the panicking birds, as you know, especially ducks. And you'll hear them mumbling a lot. And just do the once over on the outside of the building. Once around, because I lost 2 of my gray geese last winter, I believe, to coyotes when I didn't check, and they were on top of this compost heap here, I think, probably, because the geese had been, you know, trying to lay eggs over here and stuff, and I think they got left out overnight, and then, like, were missing, which really sucked. Because those are the only geese I've lost, because geese are badasses, and pretty much just the only thing that will take them out is a coyote. Once around the building, the manger area, sure no one's hiding out, whatever. It's not as bad now that we have the perimeter fence. And on the way back to the house, I'll make sure that the fence is energized. This thing's trickling tonight because it's going to freeze, I bet. Maybe. They're buttoned up. Yeah, the Cartman's buttoned up down there. Make sure no one's hanging out in the pup tents. And then I got to air up do some car junk to get the Donmobile ready to cross the state tonight. Oh, sometimes there'll be duck eggs on the tree, which the tree's got to fucking go. All right. So that one flashing. Yeah. But that's it. We'll be editing, and I'll send a text to you to say, hey, I'm editing the video that's too long to watch about the exhaustive details of night birds. Good night, everybody.